Hello children, today we are going to learn a new chapter in geography, that is agriculture. Meaning of agriculture. The word agriculture is the English adaptation of the Latin word agriculture. Ago means field and cultura means cultivation. In the strict sense, agricultura means tillage of the soil. Agriculture was developed at least 10,000 years ago and it has undergone significant development since the time of the earliest cultivation. Agriculture falls under the primary sector activity. Agricultural activities include growing crops, fruits, vegetables, and flowers, rearing of livestock. What is agriculture? Agriculture is one of the most important economic activity in the world. About 75% of Indian total population is still depend on agriculture. Agriculture is the cultivation of plants and other life forms of food, fiber, biofuel, medicinal and other products used to sustain and enhance human life. Agriculture was a key development in the rise of sedentary human cultivation, whereby farming of domesticated species created food surpluses that nurtured the development of civilization. Here we are going to see about the activities of the people. That is, the work or the activities done by people can be classified into three sectors: primary, secondary, and tertiary. Primary activities. All activities connected with extraction and production of natural resources can be classified under primary activities. Agriculture, fishing, poultry farming, and mining are examples of primary activities. Secondary activities. All activities connected with the manufacturing of goods with natural resources can be classified under secondary activities. Manufacturing of steel, baking of bread, and weaving of cloth are examples of this activity. And the last one is tertiary activity. All activities that provide support to the primary and secondary sectors through services are classified under tertiary activity. Transport, trade, banking, insurance, and advertising are examples of tertiary activities. Here are the some agricultural activities are shown in this picture. Next one is we are going to see about arable land. The right type of soil and climate are vital for any kind of agriculture activity. The land on which crops are grown is known as arable land. Geographically, arable land is an agricultural term meaning land that can be used for growing crops. Of the Earth's 57.5 million square miles of land, approximately 7.65 million square miles are arable. However, arable land is currently being lost rapidly due to deforestation. This map shows the percentage of arable land in countries across the globe. 50% of persons in the world are engaged in agriculture activity. Two-thirds of India's population will still depend on agriculture. Types of farming. Farming is practiced in various ways across the world depending upon first on geographical conditions of the area, demand for the product, labor available and level of technology. Classification of farming. Based on these factors, farming can be broadly classified into two categories, namely subsistence farming and commercial farming. And this too can be further classified as farming is divided into two types, subsistence farming and commercial farming. Subsistence farming is divided into two, intensive subsistence and primitive subsistence. And commercial farming, commercial grain farming and mixed farming. Whereas primitive subsistence is again divided into two, shifting cultivation and nomadic herding. Question for this session. First question, define agriculture. Second, what is an arable land? Third, explain the economic activities of the people. This question you have to refer the content book, page number 40. And the last question is write down the types of farming. The remaining topics of this lesson will be continued in video 2. Thank you children.